Hello and welcome to game 192 of the PlayStation Instrumentality Project, Andretti Racing. This is an interesting milestone because I believe this is our first motorsports game. I think this is also our first simulation racing game. We had a joyous discourse in the Discord this week on account of the fact that, hey, PMC, you broke out all of the racing games into a number of different subgenres. And I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea because those breakouts, reflect well-known distinctions. Also, there's a ton of racing games. If you put all the racing games into like one category, it would be like 200 games or something. So there's enough racing. And so simulation racing is racing that is more realism oriented, more realism minded. And that is, and so it's interestingly, as much as one might think of racing in early PlayStation because of stuff like Ridge Racer, and we've had 2 Ridge Racers already, the world of simulation racing doesn't show up really until spring of '96. We have Andretti Racing here, and I will tell you as well that we are not too far away. I mean, we have a second simulation racing game in this season, Ayrton Senna Kart Duel. And then also, PIP 213 is Formula One, the Bizarre Creations Formula One game. Bizarre Creations, of course, I think the studio that goes on to make Project Gotham, right? Is that them? Is that Bizarre Creations? That's somebody. But anyway, so we're gonna get hit by some simulation racing in the not too distant future. So if you've been hungry, it is okay. Yeah, so I was right. Bizarre Creations is that studio. So some interesting simulation racing coming up for us. I will lead off here and provide a disclaimer. I don't know anything about motorsports. I'm a cyclist who wants more transit and less driving. And the idea that you would enjoy cars recreationally is beyond me. So, to me, the difference between F1 and NASCAR is social class. It's just car racing, whatever. It doesn't matter. So it's going to be, I would say going into this, don't expect a high level of literacy. Isn't it? Well, you got the rumble, you got the heat, you got the thunder. Let me tell you, my Thunder 2004 was legendary. So, I would say don't expect too much from my motorsports literacy or my motorsports excitement. I will tell you this, going into this game, I was concerned that I was going to have to avoid being too flippant, because I was worried that one of the Andrettis had died on the track in a tragic collision. I think that's the wrong racing family. I think that's a different racing family. That must be like the Earnhardts or something. I got the wrong racing family. I mean, it's not funny that it happened. It's funny that I don't even know the famous racing families. Okay, it is the Earnhardt. All right. That's what I thought. I mean, well, we will revisit this subject of, for better or worse, the people who get racing video games named after them have a weird track record. PIP 199 is going to be a game called Ayrton Senna Kart Duel. And that game, it releases posthumously. That's 2 years after that guy died in a collision on the course. So, I don't even know what the circumstance of that game's production is. We don't need to reach that yet. The Andrettis, as far as I know, are all still kicking for better or worse. So we don't have to worry about that with this one. I did check. I did check. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's contemplate the mysteries of Andretti Racing. So, Andretti Racing Okay, so this is a simulation racing game. I have Hall of Fame written down here. I will mention that there is no condition in this game which causes credits to play. Credits are just in the menu. Hall of Fame is if you like win career mode in both types of racing. If you're not familiar with the Andretti family, Mario Andretti, who I think is arguably the patriarch, made a name for himself doing both IndyCar racing and stock car racing, I think. And as a result, this video game, Andretti Racing, has career modes for both stock and IndyCar racing. What's an IndyCar? I have no idea. I think I know what a stock car is. Maybe. If you asked me what an IndyCar was, I would tell you it was an F1 car. Oh, Aldo passed away. Interesting. Okay. Aldo, I think I mean, they're old now. Those guys are in their 80s. So I assume Aldo passed away of natural causes. Unless he was in like a senior racing league, which I shouldn't joke about, but died of COVID? Isn't IndyCar just something that are they called IndyCars because of Indy 500? Is that it? I hope that's not it. That would be dumb. I think that would be dumb. All right, I'm not gonna dwell on this. This game was published by Electronic Arts. Is it just because that's the type of car used at the Indianapolis 500? Wow. This game was developed by Stormfront Studios. They needed to change their name. And then this game does have support for. This game has on its back cover support for the analog joystick. EA Sports. It also has support for the Netcon, but the analog joystick is a lot funnier to me. So we are briefly going to attempt to play the game using the analog joystick because I need to know what that means. I don't know if that means you should rate the game higher, but right on the back cover it says it has analog joystick support. So we'll see what that has to do for us. And again, I don't know if we'll actually do Hall of Fame. We may just do the stock car trophy. We may just do the IndyCar trophy. We may play the game for 2 hours and then decide it's miserable and leave. I really don't know. There are a few long plays of this. Long Play Archive has it. Gaming Exhibition has it. World of Long Plays has it. So I don't know. People have played this video game. We'll see. We'll see what we got going here. Andretti Racing, a 1996 video game. That sort of has the involvement of the Andretti family. In particular, well, it's funny here. The Wikipedia article writer says the game references Mario and his son Michael. Those aren't the only Andrettis in this game. Jeff Andretti is in this game too. So sorry, Jeff. I guess you just aren't important enough for Wikipedia. The game also released on Saturn and Windows as well. There is a Japanese version as well, which is important to note. Interesting. So for our purposes, I mentioned at the top that we'll see a comparison. Oh, Jeff wasn't good. Damn. So, Formula One, Psygnosis' Formula One's coming soon, and Next Generation says doesn't match the richness and detail, but it's one of the better looking racing games. GamePro comparing it to Daytona USA. This is compare the graphics of the Saturn version unfavorably to the PlayStation version and to okay, got you. So all right, what else is good here? If you're looking for strict realism, stick with the Papyrus. What? Oh, this is like a great. I guess that is realistic. All right, I guess it's some line of sim games I never heard of. I'm sorry, what is this? 1990 NASCAR race, I guess for PC. Huh. All right. Well, there you go. All right. PC version nominated for best sim game went to Jane's Longbow 2. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a helicopter sim. Of course, from Jane's Combat Simulations. This is, someone was asking who are the Strike Point games for. The Strike Point, all the helicopter sim games were for people buying stuff like this. All right, like this is a perfect example of what I was talking about during Strike Point. The like, just the sea of military sim games on PC. If NASCAR ever got better than NASCAR Racing 2003, oh boy. Now I should note that there are a handful of Andretti Racing games out there. The Andretti family was no stranger to licensing their brand for racing games. There's a 1991 Mario Andretti's Racing Challenge. There's a 94 Mario Andretti Racing on Genesis. I don't even think this is... Oh, there's Michael Andretti ones as well. Yeah, okay. So there's also Michael Andretti's IndyCar Challenge on SNES, which I think Spike probably played at this point, right? And then there is the 1980 Michael Andretti's World GP on NES. So the Andretti family, they were all about that licensing. They were not. I hesitate to call them savvy. One thing I will note, like my knowledge of the Andretti family before, don't know if they will actually fun helicopter sim. Jet fighters are so much better for some reason. I believe that. I'm trying to think if I've played like, because at this point I've mostly have played console games, which I hesitate to like, even Gunship, which is like almost that. Like I wouldn't call that fun. I don't know. I feel like I should try some. Try someone Exodus or something. Before doing reading for this Discovery Zone, the only knowledge I had of the Andretti family was that apparently they are like within the past year or two trying to become like owners or operators of an F1 team, and a bunch of the other teams apparently don't want Andretti to have an F1 team, and some of it's like petty drama is my understanding. That could be all completely inaccurate. This is hearsay from motorsports fans, but that's just very funny to me. So that's really all I have to say about like my prior knowledge of the Andretti family before reading up on this for the stream. And when I read about Mario Andretti, there is like a section in here about like what was it, Formula One career? Well, that's when he raced in Formula One. Does it have like his ownership? Maybe it doesn't. I could have sworn he was trying to business. I could have sworn he was trying to buy one, but whatever. I forget where I read that. So anyway, not important. Andretti Racing. Let's read the. There's the front of the cover. I guess that's probably an IndyCar. I don't know if it's supposed to be Michael or Mario in there. There's always a lot of, you know what I think looks kind of tacky? All the brand names on the outsides of cars and motorsports. I don't really get it. Hi, I know a lot about motorsports. It seems kind of ugly, you know? All right. Anyway, like if you thought the car was pretty, why would you cover it in brand names like that? All right. Anyway, Andretti Racing is the most realistic and exciting racing game on the PlayStation. Two types of racing, IndyCar and stock car. 2-player head-to-head with split screen and 4 players of Link. 16 challenging tracks, 3 driving perspectives and picture-in-picture rearview mirrors, authentic pit stops and car adjustments. Career mode lets you race season after season against real drivers in the IndyCar circuit and stock car series. Exclusive interactive video featuring Mario, Michael, and Jeff Andretti. EA Sports television style presentation with Fox Sports James Brown, yep, and racing authorities Derek Daly and Bob Jenkins. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, okay, but like, can't the racing teams like make their money? I mean, first off, I feel like lots of American sports teams have sponsors, but their jerseys, like that's one of the things about like soccer, is like I used to see soccer, and I'd be like, oh, is that the Air Emirates soccer team? Like, because it's bigger than the name of their team, you know? Well, so it's 4 players of Link. So it's 2 PlayStations. Probably maybe still slow though. The link here refers to the link cable where you get 2 PlayStations, 2 copies of Andretti Racing, and then you hook them directly to each other and play on 2 TVs. So split screen action, IndyCar circuit, stock car series, trade and paint. And as you can see right here, again, analog joystick compatibility. And there's also the link cable, 2 consoles. But yeah, it says it right there. So, you know, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what that means. We're going to try to play this. We're going to try a race with the joysticks, the big sticks. Please look forward to this. It's going to be very stupid. And of course, there's a Saturn version as well. Break the sound barrier. Wow, that really does look worse, even just in screenshots. So, no, I mean, this is a good thing to note. It's always good to note. Yes, the link cable was something that was mostly only supported early on because I think pretty quickly everyone realized that no one actually no one was going to have 2 PlayStations and 2 copies of a game, right? And I think especially once you have like Nintendo 64 doing 4-player versus for everything, it's like, this is embarrassing to even suggest that you would do this. So there's like a bunch of early PS1 games like Ridge Racer. I think Ridge Racer made the second one, Revolution. Doom, PS1 Doom has link cable support for 2-player. The later you go on, I think like one of like the latest like games that have link cable support is Armored Core Master of Arena. Oh, is it really all the Wipeout games? I thought I knew the first Wipeout did. Oh yeah, Red Alert. Oh, wow, Red Alert has it. That's pretty cool. So there is support, but I wouldn't call it widespread, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know. Saturn gaming. There's the PAL Saturn Windows release for Europe. We got some B Gamer. Is this just a Spanish magazine for B Gamer? Sure. Good. Love some good B games. Absolutely. All right, here's the PAL cover. Again, same image, just a little less zoomed in. Did Link play with Halo 3? Oh yeah, I mean, I had a period, I was of the right age that like Halo and Halo 2 hit in my high school years. And so I remember going to Radio Shack to buy a network switch so that I could connect Xboxes together. Yeah, so the PS1 link cable works out of the serial cable port. Not so like if you had like a Game Shark, that would go into the parallel. But there are some PlayStations. I have like extra PlayStations, but they're downstairs. But there's not on the PS1, like the PSONE, but the other ones. Well, if you were doing just 2 Xboxes, you could do a what do they call that when you have an Ethernet cable where the cable, like the wire is reversed? But you could do that directly. But if you want to do like 3 or 4 Xboxes, yeah, crossover cable. Yeah, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. Crossover cable. Thank you. So yeah, you could do that directly. Because the thing is, you couldn't just. Does a regular patch cable work as well? I thought you couldn't use a regular patch cable. I thought it needed to be a crossover. Well, usually patch cable just refers to like a regular Ethernet cable, right? I could be wrong. This is like 20-year-old knowledge. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I'm not. That was just what I remember. That if you wanted to do direct device to device, you needed to cross it. Because I think the gosh, what was it? The one that they sold as like an Xbox branded product, I want to say was a crossover cable. I don't know. I'll have to look this up. This is probably beyond the scope of Andretti Racing for the PS1, but yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. Anyway, China? Andretti Racing in China? Yeah. Oh, wow, this is a greatest hits release. Now, of course, this is missing the Japanese release, but that's okay. We can go over to PSX Data Center and we can get the Japanese cover, which unfortunately isn't that exciting. It's just zoomed in, a little checkerboard pattern, and that's it. I was hoping for like anime Mario Andretti, but we didn't get that. Alas. Most realistic and exciting racing game. Oh yeah. No, I mean, Lord knows I have a bin with a bunch of, is it wide? I think that's just so a lot of Japanese media comes with like these little like cardboard things that fold over the front. There's probably a name for them. Whenever I buy like either like a music CD, like an old video game soundtrack or piano sheet music, they always have these little cardboard things. Is it Obi? Okay. Do you know what that? Okay. Do those serve a particular purpose? Is it just like pricing information, or is it like something else? So, I mean, obviously I've known them, but yeah. So I think that's what that is probably. Just looks nice. Okay, that's cool. All right. Anyway, that's the JP cover. Let's go over to game. Oh, actually, wait. Are there advertisements? Yo, advertisements. Andretti Racing with all right. So this is a PC version ad. With breakthroughs in PC technology and state-of-the-art graphics and gameplay, Andretti Racing is without a doubt PC racing's ultimate judge. Are there judges in motorsports racing? Two types of racing in one game: IndyCar and stock car. 16 challenging tracks showcasing the most advanced PC graphics and gameplay to date. Oh, network play for 8 players on PC. Wow. Support the next generation. 3DFX. God bless us all. 3DFX. The real stuff. There weren't any ads in here, were there? No ads there. Sad. What's on GameFAQs? So on GameFAQs, we have here we go. Main quest. How can I improve my racing performance? Hello, I would like to know if there are any tips to help overcome the difficulty of playing with this horrible gameplay. I'm accepting any tip about the game. If you have it, you can tell me, since I can't find any guide that really helps. Concerning. There are no guides, of course. Cheats, change car color. All right, we should just get PlayStation version. Secret menu, unlock new F1 car. Go Bears. Go Bruins. Wait, this must be PC or no? Well, line break or I don't know what's going on there. All right, reviews. Blazes in to claim the checkered flag on Saturn. Lacks the polish to race with the big boys. All right, I need to know who the big boys are. Who are the big boys? Who is this 2003 reviewer comparing the game to? I don't see any other names of other games. Damn. All right, tragic. What about the board? I still own this game. Bob Jenkins did the in-race announcing. Just bought a greatest hits copy. In 2020, I bought an original PS1. This freebie game came. I tried to play it these days and it was horrible. It's too hard with the PS1 gameplay that bothers me. I think it's both. Oh, this is the same poster that posted in the Q&A section. That's funny. Andretti, oh, we got game shark codes. What are the questions? Oh, standard. All right, gear. Does anyone actually play this game? Doubt it. Got him. All right. So not too much on GameFAQs there. Now you may be wondering, how long is Andretti Racing, or at least how long have people reported Andretti Racing to be? We don't know. No one's uploaded data. There is a speedrun leaderboard for this game, but both of the runs do not exist anymore. This Stewart 0000 is a active Crash Bandicoot runner. Stuart, give me it. I know you did it 11 years ago. But I want your goddamn 6-minute Andretti Racing run. What was it? What was your condition? Does it say? Complete career mode as quick as possible. I assume this must be like quitting races repeatedly or something. That must be what it is. But yeah, I mean, 4 years ago, trying to see runs. Is there any way to see the top tier runs in this game? Thank you for taking the time to read this. So, who knows? Let's go check out the manual. Let's see what we got here. So, yeah, it has, you know, controls. The controls seem like pretty standard gamepad controls. And it doesn't really have much to say about the analog joystick controls that allegedly it supports. So, you know, we'll see what happens. My expectation is that if it does actually have analog joystick support, the left stick is throttle and the right stick is steering, but we'll see. All right, Andretti Racing, one word that describes the combination of blurring speed and precision controls that only the world's most exciting sport delivers. Addictive. IndyCar and stock car circuits, 16 challenging tracks, split screen and link modes, and exhibition career play give Andretti Racing the replayability to lure you back in until you've satisfied your fix. Oh yeah, here we go. So it says Andretti Racing is compatible with the Mad Catz analog steering wheel in all game modes. So the Electronic Arts had some sort of deal here where they're explicitly mentioning Mad Catz in their manual. But so I don't know if the analog joystick support. Yeah, we're gonna watch those. Don't worry. We're going to racing school. We are going to racing school. So yeah, I don't know if support of analog joystick is related to supporting the Mad Catz analog steering wheel. I don't know. Or it could be related. I mean, to me, I imagine the steering wheel is more like the Negcon, but oh yeah, here we go. We have quotes. These quotes are all absolutely wild. My association with EA Sports dates back to 1990. The first game we collaborated on was Mario Andretti's Racing Challenge for the PC. What always strikes me about EA is their enthusiasm, commitment to realism, and openness to my input. I'm especially excited about Andretti Racing on the PlayStation. Never before have I seen a video game with such a high level of authenticity. The car physics are amazingly true to the real thing. I become more impressed each time I play. So this game, I think, is just another. Like, I don't think. I mean, it is. Well, it's, the thing that's weird about Andretti Racing is that it appears to actually be a convergence of two sets of games, because the thing about Andretti Racing is that it is both a Mario Andretti game, but it is also a Michael Andretti game. It is the last game. It is the last Michael Andretti game, and it is the last Mario Andretti game. At least so far, it is the ones named after, named for them. I don't know if they appear in other motorsports video games in any capacity, but because you can see that, like, so the Gregory, the game you're referring to, right? The Mario Andretti Racing for Genesis. Like, yeah, this game is comes after that, but this game also, comes after Michael Andretti's IndyCar Challenge for SNES. So, yeah, I mean, I guess was that also done by because this was also EA Sports. I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is it isn't to some extent a sequel. Right. Well, I think the reason it's Andretti is just Andretti is because it also has Michael in it. Also has Jeff. Jeff is also here. More Andrettis than you know what to do with. Oh, here we go. Michael Andretti. I won't lie and say that playing Andretti Racing contributed to my recent good fortune on the circuit, but the EA Sports design team has been quick to analyze the keys to my success and implement that information to the game. This guy's popping off. Andretti Racing is an incredibly intelligent and well thought out racing simulation. I'm proud to have assisted in its development. And then we got Jeff. No one talks about Jeff. I have played an active role in the development of Andretti Racing from square one, critiquing its progress at each stage of production, designing tracks, and working with programmers to tune the game's racing feel. The AI of the auto-controlled cars is amazing. I've never played another video game that instilled such degree of competition. Yeah, I was joking last night that I really should have played this game yesterday for Mario Day. I missed my opportunity, sadly. I was off by one day. All right, let's see what we get here. Let's right, so there is career mode or single exhibition races. There's career mode. Racing School is what has the videos, which we'll probably start off watching those. Exhibition, car setup, tires, a lot of tinkering here. Only spin rhythm thing I can find for this is an IO run. Huh. There you go. Speedometer mode. Imagine using kilometers, not me. Oh yeah, we're probably gonna turn damage off. That's generally one of the best settings you can change in simulation racing games is to turn off damage. All right, let's see here. Setting up a career. You begin a career by driving for an entry-level racing team. Go through an entire 10-race season. Accumulate as many points as possible. Can be asked for a more successful team. Careers can last as many seasons as you can endure. And then, oh yeah, that's right. So I think you have to do like 5. You have to do like 5 seasons, and then you get championships on both circuits, and then you get into the EA Sports Racing Hall of Fame. Sure. So that's like, to me, that's like 100% in this game, which again, I don't know if we're going to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. What else is going on here? You have view career, save career, Andretti Racing season schedule. All right. This is a bunch of places. All right. A bunch more places. Link to race. We're not doing that. Racing school. Yeah, we're going to watch these for sure. And then, yeah, the default racing commands. Oh, we got HUD here. Map, time indicators, current gear. Playing automatic, just like real life. Picture in picture. Oh, that's cute. Navigating the pits. I don't know anything about pit stops. All right. Jeff Andretti's racing tips. All right, Jeff is here to help us. The keys to success in Andretti Racing are identical to the keys to success on the pro circuit. And no one knows that better than Jeff Andretti. We persuaded Jeff to share some of his Andretti Racing tips with you. This is the same kind of info you'd pay thousands of dollars for at a pro driving school. The physics of the Andretti Racing cars are designed to the specifications of real Indy cars and stock cars. The computer-controlled cars perform just like real pro drivers would in similar race conditions. All right, drafting. Yep, game's got drafting. In most cases, the other drivers are reluctant to let you pass. They'll weave back and forth to cut off your lanes. When this happens, back off and draft. If a car's coming up behind you, don't waste your time trying to block it. There are renegade drivers in Andretti Racing who would rather bump you from behind than pass cleanly. Yeah, imagine doing that. Yeah, imagine doing that. When driving through an S-turn or a chicane, you must consider both turns equally. Always look ahead of your car when driving through turns. By outbraking, you can gain an advantage going into a turn. Okay. It's important to figure out exactly when you need to pit on each track. If you can pit more efficiently than the pack, you will gain a clear advantage. The right car setup, you can avoid the pits until the 6th lap. You think they'd be able to build cars well enough to avoid that kind of situation, right? You know? Adjusting wing downforce 1 knot. All right, this is car setup information I'm trying not to like perceive. All right, created by High Score Entertainment, Stormfront Studios. Strategy by Mario, Michael, and Jeff. Pennsylvania Video Production. Just what I needed. Any good advertisement on the back? Oh, we got a Texaco in here. All right, nothing, no advertisement on the back. All right, folks, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. Of course, as usual, you can see we got the controller cam up. We're going to attempt to play the game using the sticks. It says it on the back of the box that it has support, so we're gonna try. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see if Andretti Racing truly does have support for the analog joystick.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, let's see if there's a demo. All right, looks like it's loading up just the regular old demo. Oh, we got music in the demo. That's a good sign. All right. Start the timer here. Folks, first thing we gotta do is go to racing school. Oh boy. All right, get cozy. Mario Andretti. Is it? Oh yeah, Michael Andretti, Jeff. All right, here we go.
Why the decision to race so many different types of cars? I mean, whether it's a sports car, Indy car, Formula One, stock car, why race so many different varieties?
I don't think I raced enough. I think if I would have had the chance, I would have raced in some motorcycles. I just really love, I truly enjoy my motor racing in general, right throughout my career. And to have the opportunity to drive in different disciplines, you know, was really something that I was not going to miss out.
Take us back a little bit and give me some of the memorable moments of Mario Andretti's career.
Well, I think there were phases in my career that provided memorable moments, such as just really accomplishing just championships, winning certain events. I always had such the dreams about Formula One, my Formula One days, and winning my first Formula One race in a Ferrari, for instance, and then going on and winning a world championship, winning Indianapolis, winning races like Daytona 500, 12 Hours of Sebring, events like that, being involved with the Ford program, the Mans Ford program, driving with all the drivers that were my heroes, you know, the Dan Gurneys, people like that. So, like I said, I've been blessed with a lot of great moments.
One in particular, when you went back to Monza and drove the Ferrari Turbo and put it on the pole. I mean, that had to be a very special occasion to do that in Monza.
Well, here again, exactly, Monza being a venue, being a track where I saw my first Grand Prix in 1954, age 14, and then winning a Formula One race there, and then later on, actually my last Formula One experience, substituting for an injured driver there and putting the car on pole, a Ferrari on pole in Monza, you know. Again, with the type of reaction that you usually get from the Italian fans, it's just phenomenal.
I mean, that's as good as it gets. Do you realize, Mario, how big a hero you are to so many motorsports fans?
Well, I don't know. It's tough for me to put it in those terms. I do have a lot of affection for the fans because I receive letters every day. And throughout my career, you know, obviously you experience the highs and lows, and you're pretty much down, you know, in the valleys more than you're in the peaks. And people, but the true fans, they never wavered. They're always there to support you. You have no idea how much that means to you. But it's a lasting thing. You know, they usually, people say, well, you know, people that in general are fickle. Not really, not really. You learn to think differently. Yeah. And I've had that experience.
All right, Mario. All right. Let's see what Michael's got for us.
Was your dad a hard competitor to race against on the track?
Yeah, he was, especially to pass. I think for me, there's never been anybody tougher to pass on a racetrack than Dad.
So do you ever get into any arguments when you go home about something that maybe he should have done or should have made things easier for you, or do you even expect that?
We had a few contacts, you know, along the way, which was expected, and you know, I blamed him for some things, he blamed me for some things, and it's just the way it always worked out. You know, it was okay.
Is there a big difference between the setup of, let's say, an oval and a road course?
No question. You know, they're very different. Obviously, on an oval, you only have to set up for a left-hand corner, so you're able to optimize the total setup just for turning left, whereas on a road course, you're more compromising left to right-hand, and you can't get the full potential just for a right-hander or a left-hander, and you have to compromise. So, yeah, it's a different type of setup.
My dude was like, yeah, at some courses you have to turn left and right. All right, brother.
Do racing drivers have to be physically very fit to be on top of their game all the time?
I believe so, more so the last 3, 4, 5 years than ever before, because of the stress that is being put on your body nowadays, because we're going so fast around some of these racetracks now that physically it just it puts such strain. You know, the G-forces, some places we're putting 4.5 Gs on the body, and you know, the braking forces and the acceleration. We have so much horsepower nowadays. It's just it's amazing the stress that's put on your whole body, your legs, your arms, your neck, and yes, you need to be in shape.
Yo, sup, Corico? We're in racing school right now. We're learning about racing from the Andretti family. Now Jeff is going to tell us what's going on. Jeff is short.
Passing, of course, is the probably one of the most important things in racing, unless you lead from green to checkered. But is there a strategy on passing? Are there points that you look for that you can pass a slower person ahead of you?
Well, it's something that what you do when you pass and stuff, you check that out during practice and stuff. You start feeling it out. You see where the best passing opportunities are on certain tracks, and some tracks you suss that out. And the best areas to pass are definitely in the braking zones. You can really dive bomb underneath people. What you do is you late brake the person to the corner. You go in a few feet more than the other person, and then you just hold them out a little bit in the corner, and then you can overtake him. But that's usually the best places to overtake. Of course, you can overtake somebody coming onto a straightaway as well. If you're carrying more speed off the corner, you can usually set them up and pass them as you come off the corner. But usually the best places are going into the corner.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's called different things. The stock car drivers might refer to it as a draft, and the IndyCar guys call it a tow. But what is it, and how can it be used in racing?
Well, a draft is used for basically you use it to pass with. You could come, especially on the oval tracks, we use it a lot more than you do on road course, because the straightaways aren't as long on road courses, so you can't get the effect as much. But on the oval tracks, you can use it to your advantage to really come up, suck up on somebody and pass them. What it does is it creates a suction effect that when you come off a corner behind somebody, it makes you pick up speed, because he's pulling you along. He's actually towing you down the straightaway, and you're actually traveling faster than him because of the towing effect that the car gives you in front of you.
So you can actually feel that in the race car?
Yes, you can. You can actually, when you come off a corner, you're following somebody, you can actually feel yourself. You could feel the RPMs pull up on the car. You can actually feel it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, do you think John knows about John? I mean, cycling, is mostly where I apply drafting.
One of the first things you learn in driver school is the term apex. What is it?
It's where you should be meeting in the corner. It's where your car should be to be proper to the next corner. It's basically, if you're hitting your apex, it means it's the optimum. You're in the optimum part of the corner where you should be, for optimum speed coming off, going in, coming off.
And can you combine corners if you're in an S situation, a series of S's? Can you combine those corners to get through them quickly?
Sometimes it depends on how deep the corner is or how the corner's laid out. Yes, sometimes you can kind of straight shot a corner, especially like in a chicane situation. It depends on how tight the chicane is. You can sometimes almost straight shot it. If you do it right, you can get an advantage that way.
All right, we're done driving school. Congratulations, everyone. We're all graduates. Apex Legends, I think, was a game I streamed once back in when I used to stream Pub Gun and stuff like that, and never again. That game was not good. I did not have fun playing Apex Legends. Chicane, it's this. Refers to kind of a wiggle back and forth in the track. They can also be used to refer to those obstructions they put on walkways. All right, I guess we'll begin a career. My guns of choice in PUBG. I mostly remember that I think I once won a round at a LAN party with an ump, which is kind of funny. I don't know. Whenever I had success, it was usually not with like top tier guns. Yeah, it might have been an MP5 actually, but like that was like years ago. All right, so let's see here. Stock car, Indy car. I guess that's all I have is just the two types of racing. What do y'all feeling? Should I go stock car, Indy car here? My feeling is stock car because it seems funnier, but seems more aggressive. I don't know. Yeah, let's stock it up.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. This is the start of an exciting season of stock car racing. Let's go trackside to the Australia Thunderdome and EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins.
Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you from the Australia Thunderdome with the first round of the Stock Car Championship Series. An estimated 50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers on the circuit challenge this tri-oval superspeedway. Looking at the track layout, notice the 24-degree bank corners off the back and front straights. That's where the action will be as drivers challenge for position coming out of the corner, going onto the high-speed straights.
All right. All right, let's check options here. Why was the lighting blowing out? I mean, I think it's just how it was. Sometimes it's my fault, and sometimes it is not. All right. Well, let's see how it goes here. It is bright in Australia. It's daytime. Do I just go? Do I have to qualify? Or can I just race? Damage off respector, yeah. Well, I know a lot of racing games don't even want to have damage because they don't want to the cars to be damaged.
50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers in the business go to work. With clear skies and a mild east wind, conditions are as good as they get. As the drivers warm up, let's look at the starting lineup.
Now look at all these photos. Look at all these human faces. Are these developers or are these real racers? I couldn't tell you. Yeah, there's Rude Diego in the back because I don't want to bother qualifying. All right, really excited to find out what the controls are here. Oh man, I probably have to pit or something. Do you think the game tells me when I have to pit?
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
No. 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 I don't think this has support. I think it's a lie. Yeah, what's up, Knox? Yeah, this doesn't have it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Damn. All right. Wait, did it just fail altogether? It's not even taking input anymore. That's weird. Okay, so what's interesting here is it seems like once I got into the gameplay, it stopped taking input from the controller while in analog mode. So like before I was doing all the menus fine, right? But like now if I switch it, like I just put in the digital mode, there's a big mode switch here, which is what my right hand, if you're looking at the behind the chat here, this little thing right here is a digital analog mode switch, like the DualShock analog controller has. So if I put it back into analog mode, and it will know it was accepting commands in analog mode before, but it's not anymore. So I'm pretty sure that means that this game just doesn't have support for this. So I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get a Netcon. Kind of weird, right? That they would have that on the back of the box and it just doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe if there was a, oh, wait a second. Wait. There is one thing we should check out. Wait a second here. Oh, is it not even? Oh. Okay. Let's go to the controls and see if maybe we had to like move it to a different controller, you know?
Brilliant strategy combined with bold driving gave Nakalaw Motorsports a victory to be proud of as they advanced one more rung up the championship ladder. It was a great win, but the season is far from over. Now let's take a look at this week's race results.
I mean, was that even out in September 96, the dual analog? I mean, the control I'm using is the one right here. Like, if you look on the right side of the this one. So this is the one that it's if you look at the back of the box, it's, I think it was specifically SCP-H110 or 1110, which is, again, it's this controller. Let me just, I mean, again, I could be wrong here. Let me just double check. Yeah, so, you know, to bring it back to the Discovery Zone real quick here, you can see on the back of the box, this is analog joystick compatible. It's got the little picture, right, of the stick. It doesn't say SCP-H1110, but usually only the Japanese kit. If we look at the back of the Japanese box, if you look at this, I mean, it's kind of, unfortunately, the scan isn't too good, so we can't see what it is. It says like SLP. That might just be Netcon. It might be like a mislabeling, like a misprint on EA Sports' part. Because this doesn't have SC, like normally the Japanese cover, if it supported it, would say SPH. I think it might just be Netcon. Yeah. So. But the one other thing I wanted to check was, put this back where it belongs. I did want to check to see if the option screen.
I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a great day of stock car racing planned for you, so let's go now to the Vallejo Speedway in Southern California, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is covering the action.
Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you today from California and the Vallejo Speedway. As we can see by the layout, this is a merciless course with as many twists and turns as a California freeway. There are good passing opportunities on the backstretch, but drivers will have to gear down fast when they hit that sharp hairpin. Ability to corner will count over speed in the long run.
Oh, select function? Second screen up, view. I don't know what that means, select function. Is it literally just what does select do? All right, so I think we gotta get the Netcon. Give me a second here, folks. Also say goodbye to Handcam. Bye. All right. So now we have a Netcon. Of course, you're not familiar with Netcon. That is the controller that twists, and that is how you provide an analog steering input. This is a Namco product that has compatibility with a lot of racing games. So we will now attempt to use the Netcon. Will we? All right. Oh, all right. Let me go ahead and restart and see if that pick. We might be going to digital controls here. I don't know what's going on. Frank Ocean forcing me to reboot the game so he can try to get into my YouTube video. I mean, it's possible the game could have just frozen. I mean, that's why I'm... It's not letting me skip this. Yeah, what if... Oh, there you go. Okay, that worked. All right. Here we go. How do I... What? It's not letting me, it's only taking inputs from start. I don't think this game is all put together. Yeah, it's not, like... I won't even... I can use, I mean, the D-pad works. All right, well, that's cool. To hit BSP? Backspace? No. I should be able to now just select it using the regular pad now. That was not how it worked before. You didn't have to hit backspace. So, all right, folks. I don't think the analog controllers work. Both the Netcon and the analog joystick just had not full compatibility. At least not enough to play the game.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports.
All right, we already watched these first videos. I'm not going to watch them again. Meow. At least, again, we'll have music, which is good. Let's try qualifying once. Let's just get make sure the game works. Way too loud. Well, the thing is, the manual explicitly mentions Mad Catz, but it didn't mention Nedcon or the Sony analog joystick. I mean, that's a first party accessory, so. Yeah, qualified first. Put me in, coach. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, whatever. I guess I can still play the game. I wish there's gotta be like a mix. I almost tempted to turn sound off. That was an option, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not touching any of that.
A blistering summer sun has heated things up, but you can bet it will get even hotter when the green flag drops. Before the action starts, let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Now, Diego is going to be in front. Let's go. Diego. No, I don't. I can't even be barely asked to think about my bicycle gear ratios. Car gear ratios, you should just drive less. Simple. Do people really race on an oval? This seems so boring.
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
Is an oval the final destination of motorsports? How many of these I gotta do? There isn't like a... Oh, that's so much better. I mean, the sound effects are probably useful, but like, oh my God, what a relief to my ears. I would love a mixer, because I want like a little bit of engine noise, but like not that much. Oh, my tires are worn. Okay. Well, all right. Where's... Oh shit, that's the pit right there. Well, okay. I'll have to pit next time. All right, it's not here. It's on this next turn. Oh, fuck. All right, well, I'm not going to... Okay. All right, well... okay. Aren't they, shouldn't they all be pitting? Oh, all right, I just bopped him. Okay. All right, okay. Okay. Oh. All right. I guess we're all pitting now. Okay. All right, sure. It is very evenly lighted, isn't it? Evenly lit, excuse me. Who wants to hear sound? I should have turned on sound effects for that. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I mean, the fuel was what I was really worried about. The tires, I was kind of less concerned about. It really does say POS, doesn't it? Every racing game where I watch footage of it and it uses POS as shorthand for position, I immediately read it as piece of shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I know who I am.
You won't see any better driving than that.
All right, well, that's a good start, I guess. The real question is, can I skip qualifying then? Although the next track is a little more complicated than an oval.
Fierce battles out there today, but Pacific Car Competition held on and earned a convincing first-place victory. Pacific is currently a force to be reckoned with this season. How much of a force? Well, let's review this week's race results and current point standings.
All right, what's the spread on points here? Diego. Oh, really? 5 points is what? All right, so you can kind of... Interesting. All right, so now the question with racing games always is, will the second place finisher be consistent, right? Do you have a rival who always finishes first or second? Or does it actually, like, you know, do you have more leeway than that? That's always the question with these points-based racing games.
I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a great day of stock car racing planned for you, so let's go down to the Vallejo Speedway in Southern California, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is covering the action.
I like it when it's more dynamic.
Welcome to round 2 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you today from California and the Vallejo Speedway.
Yes.
As we can see by the layout, this is a merciless course with as many twists and turns as a California freeway. There are good passing opportunities on the backstretch, but drivers will have to gear down fast when they hit that sharp hairpin. Ability to corner will count over speed in the long run.
Strike point was not enough game to be more than a 2. All right, whatever. Well, I'm going to qualify. I want to get a handle for actual turning, since that first level did not actually have any turning. Playing this game like I'm playing the driver. And that's why damage is off. So the racing's been kind of weird so far. It turns out that the game does not actually have support for the analog joystick or the NEGCon. So we're now racing on regular controller. Besides that, we watched like 10 minutes of not even 10 minutes, like 5 minutes of footage of the Andretti's answering questions, which was kind of funny. And now we're just racing. Well, right now we're qualifying, but yeah, it's honestly it's not terrible in the physics. So it's like it is pretty reasonable. We'll see how the AI is, of course. That's the other part. The AI on the first track was pretty straightforward, but also that first track was just an oval. So this is the second track that we're doing, and it's the first one of actual turns. Ninth. Oh, okay. I might not be turning well enough then. Yo, what's up, James? How's it going? All right, let's see what happens here.
Well, it's race time, and some 50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers in the business go to work. With clear skies and a mild east wind, conditions are as good as they get. As the drivers warm up, let's look at the starting lineup.
I'm out here trying to race, it's true. Diego at it again. See if we can box some fools out. So the Andrettis are all only in the IndyCar Racing League for some reason.
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on. A great job of driving.
Yeah, I kind of... The game, honestly, is playing pretty nicely with collisions. Like, normally I expect a game like this to not be so nice about it. I guess stock car is a little bit more... Why are we stock car racing? Because Andretti Racing has stock car racing and IndyCar racing. That's the honest answer. Like, I wish I could... That's when you boot up the game, you can select one of the two modes. And that's the answer, so... Guy in first got away. Where even is the pit? I don't even where even is the pit? The controls are okay, honestly. I would say the biggest trouble I'm having is really visual more than like the responsiveness. Like just recognizing like how quickly I'm gonna collide with something, but I think the controls are pretty good.
The leader is in the pits.
Okay. Oh, there's, wait, okay. Fuck, yeah, let's just go. Might as well just pit now. My little 2D pit minions.
We're done. Go on.
There he is. That last turn before the finish line is difficult. Keep trying to find a better line for that one. I'm not doing it. Alright, that's probably the best I'm going to get out of that. Don't know if I'm going to catch up to the leader, but second place feels solid, so. Probably this song keeps reminding me of the Danny Phantom theme. I don't think I've ever seen Danny Phantom. I'm aware Danny Phantom exists, but. Look at these losers getting lapped. Or I guess they're just pitting finally. I don't know. Oh. Wait, why am I late on fuel? Oh, god damn it.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Am I gonna run out of fuel? I wouldn't run out of fuel, right? We can do this.
The leader is in the pits.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, I don't know about this. No, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
You won't see any better driving than that.
Yes. Simply don't pit a second time. Simply don't pit a second time. All right? So easy.
There was some fierce battles out there today, but Pacific Car Competition held on and earned a convincing first-place victory. Pacific is currently a force to be reckoned with this season. How much of a force? Well, let's review this week's race results and current point standings.
All right. Yeah, take that, Jeff Bodine. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's not consistent, right? Will Carson was the second place finisher last time. Yeah, look at that. It's all scrambled up. It's not like consistent. Okay. Well, that's even better, right, for us, because that just means that we can build up you know, a barrier of points and, you know, be pretty set to go for winning.
Good evening and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for an exhilarating night of stock car racing. Let's go to EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins in Binghamton, New York for the race.
Good evening and welcome to Binghamton Speedway in Binghamton, New York. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports with round 3 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. Let's look at the layout for this night race. Oval track drivers should feel right at home thanks to the long curves and straightaways. Those who can rely on their instincts and who can get a feel for the track's quick turns will have a definite edge.
All right, yeah. You know what? Let's continue qualifying. If we like build up such a barrier that, you know, we don't need to worry about qualifying, then maybe we won't, but seems like the smart move for now. Wow, Cug in the Discord saying Ridge Racer was a motorsport game. Wrong. Wrong. Ridge Racer is not motorsports. Wrong. I do like, do modern sports games ever have like videos of like commentators and stuff? Ridge Racer I would call an arcade racer, right? You know? It's not simulating any motorsport though. When I say motorsport, that I mean like, you know, real life motorsport. They just get, yeah, I was gonna say they probably just get voices, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're not giving me the big yellow and black arrows. I'm lost without those. I can't recognize turns in the course without those. Good. The one thing they got right is the sound design on Inside Outside, which is always fun when you go through like a tunnel and the sound changes. All right, so there's Pit. Pit is the first turn after the starting line. Six. All right, I'll take it. Yeah, that's more. I feel like the copy paste becomes more evident if you just have video footage. It's harder to get away with that. Will Carson, all right, Jeff Bodine is up there again. All right, so Will Carson, Jeff Bodine might be my rivals. Plurals. The thing I always hear about with modern sports games is that they really go in on the gotcha type stuff, like Ultimate Team or whatever it's called. Oh, I totally spun that guy out. Eat shit, loser. Yeah, that wasn't a good turn. Beat the shit out of this guy. Take him back and rough him up. Daytona. I need to get better at that last turn if I'm gonna be across the finish line here. Yeah, all right. We'll all pit. There was a part of my brain that read that as Frieza in Gran Turismo. I was like, oh boy. Dragon Ball Z Racing. That's what we need. Wait, why didn't my tires fix? What? Did I press something? Ah, shit. Why weren't they checked? What? Okay, well, this is weird. Huh. Is that just like an error by the pit crew? It is clearly the pit crew's fault. It's not my fault. Do you think tires explode? All right. Maybe I must have checked it or something. Well, whatever. I guess I'm just gonna lose points in this one. All right. Well, all right. Well, sucks for my race.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Terrible line. All right, well, that should be fine. We'll see how Jeff and Will did.
The action started when the green flag dropped and never let up as specific car competition stayed the course against a field of top drivers on a difficult track. This impressive finish moves Pacific one more rung up the championship ladder. Now let's check this week's race results and current standings.
All right, what are the standings? Damn, Jeff. All right, so Jeff is up there. Okay, so we can't mess around. Will's right behind us. Who does this Jeff Bodine think he is?
I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a sensational stock car race planned for you today. Let's head out to Switchback Hills, Colorado, home of Bridgeport Raceway, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is set to call the action.
Welcome to Switchback Hills, Colorado, home of Bridgeport Raceway and round 4 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports. The air is thin up here at 5,000 feet, and despite that, Bridgeport is a fast course. As we look at the layout, notice the best passing opportunities are on the tight turns as drivers gear down. Anyone who wants to win here can't be afraid to go flat out on the straightaways and challenge for position on those wicked turns.
Wicked turns. All right, so this seems like a straightforward course. Hopefully an opportunity for us to clock a win. trying not to just swing out onto the grass here, but it's like almost like hard, like, you know, the speed. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's a good qualifying lap. Good start. The ascending and then descending is kind of tricky. All right, let's not mess up this first turn this time. Oh, that's weird. Why is it like that? Ninth. All right. Well, that's it's not great, but yeah, we can work with that. See where that gets us. Let me end Jeff Bodine's life, and you know we'll really be thriving at that point. Yeah, Beach Jam is decent. I can't.
Well, it's race time, and some 50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers in the business go to work. With clear skies and a mild east wind, conditions are as good as they get. As the drivers warm up, let's look at the starting lineup.
These videos aren't even location specific, I think. I think they might just be playing it sometimes before these. Oh, Jeff Bodine. All right, yeah, well, all right, that's great. All right, we really got to get his ass then.
Comes off the final corner. The race is on. A great job of driving.
This guy's got a QVC car. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, brother. Well, that's concerning. Oh my God. Okay. All right. All right. Is that just how this downward turn is going to go now? Okay. Now I'm just spinning out. Man, I wish there was a way to restart these. Oh. Okay. Well, that was cute. Well, I think we might have really choked on this one. No, what is, oh man. All right, that is just changing HUD. I'm trying to find the button to reverse, but it's funny that I wasn't having any issues with spinning out on the qualifying laps. Oh, no, not that. Okay.
We're done. Go on.
Damn. Lost the place. Maybe my early pit strategy will pay off.
The leader is in the pits.
Damn, that dude's almost a full lap ahead of me. Man, I did spin out like 3 times. Nope, spun out. All right. Trying to drive head on. Can I just get his ass? What? This is Destruction Derby strats here.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap
EA
to
Sports. It's in the game. Well, this particular race has not gone to plan, I gotta tell you. That is a bit of an understatement. Okay. We are testing the limits of the collision right now. Spun out again. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I turned around. That's weird. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Well. Thinking motorsports is kind of dangerous. I know that's French, and you're probably supposed to say it like Le Mans or something like that. I always read it as like Le Mans. Is this your Le Mans? I know it's not it. I know it's French, but I can't help myself. All right. Well, that was an unmitigated disaster. I assume Jeff Bodine probably...
strategy combined with bold driving gave Nakalau Motorsports a victory to be proud of as they advanced one more rung up the championship ladder. It was a great win, but the season is far from over. Now let's take a look at this week's race results and the point standings.
How far did I fall? Oh my, yeah, right down to 6th place. Yeah, Jeff Bodine, yep, up there in front. All right, well, I see. This is one of those things where, like, when you have like a rival, it's like almost not even possible to recover. But whatever.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have another electrifying day of stock car racing in the making. So let's get down to business and go to Glacier Fields in Reno, Nevada, where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins has a live report.
Greetings, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and welcome to Glacier Fields in Reno, Nevada, and the 5th round of the Stock Car Championship Series. This is the halfway point in the championship drive, so expect to see some great racing as drivers try to better their point standings. As we look at the track layout, the start-finish line is on a long, wide section that offers a good chance to pass. Drivers should be prepared to roll the dice on the wide-open straightaways where there is room to break out of the pack.
All right, this will be some more turning. Let's get the qualifying laps. Let's see what we can do here. Let's figure out the track. I would say I am warmer on arcade racing, and if you ask me like what's the best racing game, I'll probably say something like Outrun 2. I think like motorsports I truly don't care about. If F1 and NASCAR disappeared tomorrow, it would make no difference to my life. So yeah, it's like the more video gamey stuff I care about more, your Ridge Racer, your Outrun, that kind of stuff. So, that's where I am. That's fun. Yeah. Gran Turismo I had as a kid. Yeah. I didn't mean to go into this. Well, the reason I had Gran Turismo as a kid is because my brother had a friend who was super into Toyota MR2s, and so the Toyota MR2 was in Gran Turismo, and so that's why I had access to Gran Turismo. That is not how I thought that turn was going to go. Toyota's reviving the MR2. Well, there you go. I'll have to see if my brother keeps in touch with that friend of his. I think that guy became like a state trooper or something in another state, so I haven't seen him in years. Oh, that's always not as... I gotta be careful on that one. $70. I mean, isn't it such a tiny little car? I don't know. The ones I remember were very tiny. Maybe everything's just expensive now. Oh, it's going to be turbocharged. Well, I mean, all right. Well, you know. Sure. And like, the thing is, like, I'm not a car guy either, so it's like, oh, you want to drive a fast car? I hope you lose your license. That's usually my internal commentary is like, yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to drive. I'm, yeah. Car people love me. What I need is for speed governors to be in cars. Geocached speed governors. All right. Well, we got 9th. Let's see how we can do in an actual race.
After fears of rain, it's turned into a fine day for racing with a dry, fast track.
That's the same image mirrored.
Field of evenly matched drivers. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Is it going to be Jeff at top? Oh, it's Will and then Jeff. Okay. All right. So there's effectively. I might have used the wrong. Probably meant like geofenced. There's a term for it, or like it tracks to like what the speed limit is where you are. I think I said the wrong thing.
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
Still too tight.
We have a new leader.
What is it? Oh yeah, you like find a thing in the middle of the woods. Yeah. Nope, did it anyway. Oh my god. All right. Yo, why don't they get stuck? Come on. Boo. Ugh. think I'm going to pit now.
The pits.
Yeah.
Done. Go on.
Get out of here, loser. All right, one more lap of this.
Just one more lap to go.
No, no, you jerk. That's mine. That's mine. Let's go. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. All right. Got it. Let's see if we closed any distance there on Jeff. I assume that was Jeff and Will on my heels there. So
there was some fierce battles out there today, but Pacific Car Competition held on and earned a convincing first-place victory. Pacific is currently a force to be reckoned with this season. How much of a force? Well, let's review this week's race results and current point standings.
Yep, there we go. All right, I climbed back up to, yeah, again, this is the problem with Rivals is that, you know, one bad race and it's like, well, that's it, you know. Because they're still getting, like, only 5 fewer points than me. So they need to both have, like, really bad finishes. At least one each for me to have a chance.
Good afternoon, I'm James Brown, and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. We have a spectacular day of stock car racing scheduled. Let's go trackside for a live report from EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins at Concord Pacific Place in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia.
Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, way up north in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, host for the 6th round of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. As we look at the track layout, we can see this street course offers a challenging combination of high-speed straightaways and sharp hairpins. The best passing opportunities are on the long straights and the gentle curves leading into them.
Some of those curves did not look gentle to me. So I guess if I really had wanted to do this correctly, I would have been saving and then loading. Well, if I had saved and loaded on that one race, that would have been the thing that I should have done. Although that's only before the qualifying and not after. Street circuit. Oh, the pit lane is like, okay. That's great. That is a sharp turn. Oh, okay, that's a chicane. Can't even like visually recognize it. Oh, okay. Well, all right, some tough turns in this. Like it's like a light magenta barrier. What is this? All right. All right, I'm gonna need to be slowing down a little more than I am. Okay. And then there's the sharp left up here. That was quite the physics interaction. All right, one more time for practice here. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm concerned that I'm gonna get like pinched and like shot into space by the AI, but you know, maybe the Andrettis can start a space program.
A blistering summer sun has heated things up, but you can bet it will get even hotter when the green flag drops. Before the action starts, let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Andretti spacing. Yep, Jeff and Will. Okay. Couldn't y'all have made it a little more varied?
seconds off the final corner. The race is on.
Never mind. I go back to this. Thought I would feel more comfortable with that further back view, but no. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, 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 no. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh my God. I was afraid of that. All right, just go. Just go. Just.
We're done. Go on.
Made a Mario Day joke in regards. Yes, I did reference this at the beginning of stream that I missed my opportunity to not play this on Mario March 10th. We'll have to find it. We'll have to find a Michael Day or an Aldo Day or a Jeff Day or I don't know. Maybe there's another Andretti that I don't know about. A secret Andretti. This is not going well. Nope. All right. Thank you. Thank you. May I have another, please? I love collisions.
The leader is in the pits.
Oh my God. I'm also in the pits, spiritually and emotionally. Oh, okay. All right, well now, oh, thank you. Now I think I probably need some time in the pits.
We're done. Go on.
See if we can do a little better on these last laps.
Quite a big gap up to the next group of racers.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Oh fuck! I just lost focus on like what direction I was facing. No, 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 no. Just force racers into the pit lane. That's my ultimate plan. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's worked in, I would say, 2/3 of the races. It's like blocking. It's not attacking is the thing, so. No, 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 no. Oh my God. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Ugh. All right. Is that racing? Was that racing?
They'll be talking about this one for years to come. Gibson Linwood Racing outdrove and outmaneuvered the best drivers on the circuit and passed one more milestone on the road to the championship. Now let's review this week's results and point standings.
Yeah, Jeff Bode. All right. Yeah, whatever. This is cooked at this point.
Welcome to another day of exciting racing action. I'm James Brown coming to you from the EA Sports Studio. Let's go straight to the track where EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins will call the action from Kings Beach, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, going to Florida.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, reporting from Kings Beach, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with round 7 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. Let's see what the drivers have to face on this daunting track. Drivers will need to balance good cornering skills with the ability to take advantage of the 180-mile-per-hour straights.
All right. Let's see what we got here. See if we can qualify well. At the beginning of the stream, I did try to use other controllers on this game because on the back it says analog joystick compatible. But it must only be compatible with the Mad Catz wheel. It doesn't work with the Nedcon. It doesn't work with the big sticks. Is that how real motorsports work, though? Like, I don't know. Do they, like, get everyone moving around and then they, like, start the race while they're all in motion? Some have a rolling start. Okay. Get his ass. So, Tap, in your console challenges, you've always removed anything that's like a license to motorsport, right? Like if it says NASCAR or F1 on the label, you took that out as sports trash. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Okay, fourth, not too bad.
A blistering summer sun has
This
heated
game
things
is
up, but you can bet it
fine.
will get even hotter when the green flag drops. Before the action starts, let's take a look at the starting lineup.
I think the most distinguishing thing of it so far is that there's like 5 minutes of the Andretti's answering questions, and they call it racing school. It's very funny. Mario Andretti, what are your some memorable moments from your racing career? It's like, well, there's the time that I won, and there was the other time that I won, and I just remember winning. I was such a winner. And he went on for that for like 2 minutes.
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
Mario, how do you deal with the fans?
We have a new leader.
All right, some nerd is going to jump in and be like, actually, there is an F2 Racing. It's the lower version of F1 Racing. I'm stopping you right now, sports nerd. The speed, how long the speed? Well, but neither of those runs exist. Okay, so I have two things to say about that. There's a speedrun leaderboard for this game. There are 2 runs on the board. They're 6 minutes long, and there's no video footage of either of them. I am pretty sure all they do, like the only way I can imagine a 6-minute speedrun is that they start a race and quit a race, start a race and quit a race, and then get to the credits that way, get to the end of the season. I have to assume that's what they're doing. Because the condition does not require them to win the season. I could be wrong, but neither video exists. Oh, I'm okay. Honestly, I'll tell you, Piano Man, I DM'd someone who I was like, "Do you know this person?" Because they're a crash runner. One of them is one of them. I looked at their profile and was like, "This is an active today." Like the run was 11 years ago, but this person today runs Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if they've been running Crash for 11 years, but I was like, this person's around. I could ask them, but you already got it for me. So, okay. Well, there you go. That was my guess, is that they were just starting races and quitting races, but now I know. Oh, good. I like.
A great job of driving.
Like, what? That's incredible. How does he recover so quickly? Boo. Boo. Mustard car nickname. I should. They didn't. I don't think they let you change colors normally. There's like a cheat code, I think, for changing colors, but. I'm gonna pit now. The Wario Andretti.
We're done. Go on.
No, too tight. Get his ass. Come on. Getting railed by a car that says Snap-on on it. Thank you.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, 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 don't spin me out. Oh, go, come on. Boo. Well, great. I wish collisions meant anything for the AI. You know? I wish collisions meant anything for the AI.
The action started when the green flag dropped and never let up as specific car competition stayed the course against a field of top drivers on a difficult track. This impressive finish moves Pacific one more rung
This is
up the
replaying.
championship ladder. Now let's check this week's race results and current standings.
Well, the cover... Okay, so this is what's weird about this game, is that the cover is IndyCar Racing. Andretti Racing has IndyCar Racing, which looks like F1 Racing to me, a person who doesn't know motorsports. But it also has stock car racing, which is like NASCAR, but I guess is a different league. I don't know. Is stock car racing just NASCAR? Are there other stock car racing leagues besides NASCAR? I don't know the answer to these questions.
Hello and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm James Brown. We're all set for an exciting day of stock car racing. Let's go trackside with EA Sports.
Yeah,
Racing
I'm gonna stop qualifying. We're just gonna race these.
Where there is plenty of excitement surrounding the upcoming race.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and the action is coming to you from the streets of Cincinnati, where the top drivers in the country will be going head-to-head in round 8 of the Stock Car Championship Series. Looking at the course layout, we see there are 2 straightaways that offer some passing opportunities, but drivers will have to gear down fast and ride the brakes when they hit the fiendish curves this course is famous for.
This is the Skyline Chili course, right?
A driver to keep your eye on this season is Pacific Car Competition's top wheel jockey, who's been very, very impressive in recent races. Word from pit road is that several teams are looking at the young ace, including Geller Motorsports.
Okay. One of the features of the game is also that you get like hired. You can get like offers from other teams after seasons. So.
A blistering summer sun has heated things up, but you can bet it will get even hotter when the green flag drops. Before the action starts, let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Yeah, that's like, they only have a few videos for these, the ones that aren't location specific. Oh, someone else actually qualified. Interesting. In first and second there. It wasn't just the same 2. What if the streets of Cincinnati weren't in Cincinnati, Ohio?
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
Thank you. All right, well that's just tight turning. Cincinnati doesn't seem to have very good roads. IMO. Nope, too tight. guess this is what I get for not doing the qualifying laps. These tunes are okay. Oh, turns. Sorry, I thought you said tunes. Some of these tunes are fiendish, and I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? No, turns. I mean, not too bad. Honestly, I'm not doing a great job of turning. Like, I just gotta lock in on it. Gotta pit. Maybe they'll all pit again a second time. Who knows?
We're done. Go on.
I'm getting a little better. I do think this game's physics are pretty reasonable. Well, I mean, let me put it this way: the racing physics are fine. Obviously, the collision stuff has been nutty, but you know, one of those is arguably more important than the other. Like, I would rather it race good than collide good.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Maybe, well, okay. Let me not speak too soon. And yep, that's how that went. Yeah, I think at this point we're just gonna play out the season. see how it goes down, because I would need to go back and like have made a save before the one race I got like 14th in or whatever to actually have a chance, because again it's a Grand Prix.
Brilliant strategy combined with bold driving gave Nakalau Motorsports.
You know, the points just gave it to the rivals. Yeah, it's the same two guys. So
Greetings and welcome to the EA Sports Studio. I'm your host, James Brown. We're set and ready for some thrilling stock car action. Let's go to Exhibition Place in Toronto, Canada, and our race analyst.
Yo, Toronto?
Greetings and welcome to Exhibition Place, Toronto, Canada. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, bringing you round 9 of the Stock Car Championship Racing Series. As we can see from the track layout, there are plenty of opportunities to reach top speeds on the straights, and the long, easy curve should offer passing opportunities. But be warned, there are some nasty surprises here. Road course drivers might have a slight edge, but watch the corners, for that's where the race will be won or lost.
Let's get to it.
Well, it's race time, and some 50,000 fans are on hand to watch the best drivers in the business go to work. With clear skies and a mild east wind, conditions are as good as they get. As the drivers warm up, let's look at the starting lineup.
Yeah, no, there's more. I mean, it's another street course. There's going to be more tight turns. For real, for real. We'll see how things go. As I said, I don't think the turning is terrible. The other thing, too, is that part of why I feel like I'm doing stock car in this game is because we are PIP 213 is going to be Formula One racing. So
the race is on.
trying not to get sucked into the pit zone. This driver is a menace. I mean, look, who are they? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to me, huh? They gave me a car. What did they expect? I thought the arrows were pointing the air direction. My eyes are working.
The leader is in the pits.
I should probably pit too. All right, I'm not pitting. Not what I meant to do, but all right, I gotta successfully pit next time. Honestly, the tires are kind of handling better when they're worn. Just got to break those tires in. All right, let's not. There we go. Do not need full fuel.
The white flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Such a gap. All right, well, you know, it happens. You start at the back of the pack, I suppose. It's interesting the way that, like, I guess the parts of the field separate as the race goes on.
The action started when the green flag dropped and never...
Yeah, I don't... I feel like at this point I'm just in it to see the other two courses here.
Hi, I'm James Brown, welcoming you to another day of sensational racing action. This is the final event of this year's Stock Car Series.
Okay.
Let's go trackside to the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex
We're doing
in
okay.
Detroit, Michigan, where our EA Sports racing analyst Bob Jenkins is covering the action.
Well, it's been a long road, but here we are, the 10th and final round of the Stock Car Championship Series. Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and welcome to the pride of Michigan racing, the Grand Rapids Motorsports Complex. Looking at the layout, we see this combination course has something for every driver. On the back straightaway, there is an extended passing opportunity, but the key to winning here is being able to balance aggressive driving tactics on the straightaway with the ability to face challenges and hold the line on the vicious curves.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge with like winning a mode like this is, again, when you have rivals, you can never afford to lose. So like, you always have to be ready to save scum, you know? Which you can do. Like, I mean, obviously you can save scum, you can save.
Summer sun.
Yeah, well, that's the same one. You can save before the before qualifying, or just go straight into racing. So. I think we're probably going to end up just playing a season of this. That's kind of my feeling. We'll see how I feel when I get to the end of this course, but...
The field comes off the final corner. The race is on.
No.
A great job of driving.
Okay. Well, now they're just going to constantly clip into me. No, I did that all bad.
The leader is in the pits.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just pit too. Oh, get out of my way, dog. Can't park there, mate. Oh, all right. You know what? All right, whatever. Yeah, that's physics, baby. Oh, that wasn't even the guy I was trying to chase down. That was just some loser.
White flag is out. Just one more lap to go.
Damn, the leader is so far ahead of them. Actually remembered that one was coming this time. Oh, damn it. Ah. Ugh. Didn't turn tight enough at the end there. Went down a place. All right, let's see what the end of the season looks like from, we're probably in like 5th or something. I don't know. Depends what the other finishers were.
With a thrilling season of stock car action concluded, we'd like to say well done Gibson Linwood Racing and their leading driver for a hard-fought and well-deserved stock car championship. For EA Sports, I'm Bob Jenkins, and we'll be back in the spring when the big cars roll again.
All right, so final results for the season. Oh, 6th place. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and it's just, okay, so now, like, do I get an offer from a new team? New offer, yeah. So you can see the way the game works, right, is that you do like a season, and then you get these new offers, and I guess you'd have different cars, right? Yeah, and you could also switch to the IndyCar circuit as well. So that's current team. That's the new offer. And I guess this is a better car. Like I don't. If you had asked me, do people in motorsports all use identical cars? because that would be fair competition, I would have told you yes. I would have said yes to that question, and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But I would have said, well, of course everyone uses the same cars. It wouldn't be a fair race otherwise. That'd be silly. I don't think that's how motorsports work. But this is my level of knowledge of motorsports. They do sometimes? Okay. All right. That's good. Sometimes they do. But yeah, I mean, well, there's rules. I mean, that's what, when people get really excited talking about F1, I feel like what they always talk about is, they talk about how much they love like engineers finding loopholes and stuff. That's like always the thing they go on and on about. I'll save this. I guess you save it by where you are in the season instead of your name. And also, if you weren't here at the beginning and you missed it, here's the racing school, which has like the...
Take us back a little bit and give me some of the memorable moments of Mario Andretti's career.
Well, I think there were phases in my career that provided memorable moments, such as just really accomplishing just championships, winning certain events. I always had such the dreams about Formula One, my Formula One days, and winning my first Formula One race in a Ferrari, for instance, and then going on and winning a world championship, winning Indianapolis, winning races like Daytona 500, 12 Hours of Sebring, events like that, being involved with the Ford program, the Mount Ford program, driving with all the drivers that were my heroes, you know, the Dan Gurneys, people like that. So, like I said, I've been blessed with a lot of great moments.
One in particular, when you went back to Monza and drove the Ferrari Turbo and put it on the pole. I mean, that had to be a very special occasion to do that in Monza.
Well, here again, exactly, Monza being a venue, being a track where I saw my first Grand Prix in 1954, age 14, and then winning a Formula One race there. And then later on, actually my last Formula One experience, substituting for an injured driver there and putting the car on pole, a Ferrari on pole in Monza, you know. Again, with the type of reaction that you usually get from the Italian fans, they're just phenomenal.
I mean, that's as good as it gets.
The one other one that I'm going to replay here just because it killed me was the fans one.
Do you realize, Mario, how big a hero you are to so many motorsports fans?
Well, I don't know. It's tough for me to put it in those terms. I do have a lot of affection for the fans because I receive letters every day. And throughout my career, you know, obviously you experience the highs and lows, and you're pretty much down, you know, in the valleys more than you're.
I mean, we're pretty much done, honestly.
And people.
We finished one season, and I think we're just gonna wrap it there. I don't feel the need to win a season of this, honestly. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go on a voyage. Yeah, well, no, the guy was like, oh, it's all the G-forces on you, you know? So I said Hall of Fame. I'm not doing Hall of Fame. We didn't try IndyCar. I don't know. Played a season. Did so on 3/11/2026. Did so on 2/32/47. Let's see here. Were there sewers? No, but there were absolutely brands. I would say there was not. Was there war? This is glamorizing cars. I don't think we had any Andretti Racing experts. They did not announce the title. We did not use cheats. There were human faces. Did a stock car racing season. Won a few races, but the car collisions heavily disfavor the player. There was one my car for sure. Like the turning physics are pretty okay, but collisions straight up never go your way. Yeah, RC Cola was a fun one. Yeah. In terms of the brands, Andretti family videos were sleepy if silly. Some okay tunes, but mostly all sound the same. Yeah, no, I mean, some of that stuff was why it was interesting. But the game always kept track of what direction you were facing, even if your car flipped. It would, like, when it reset you, it would flip you back the other way. Also, the analog support is a lie. Does not have support for SCPH 10 or Namco Nedcon. May have Mad Cat support, but I ain't buying that. Yeah. All right. And a surprise, I would call this a high 2. I think, like, the turn, like, it has a fundamental, like, aspect of it that's solid, but like the rival racing is not good. Like it's seasons, right? Like honestly, the track variety is pretty okay, but I think it's a high 2. Have we had a Stormfront game before? I mean, not that way. Not like that, folks. There's a video game developer called Stormfront Studios. I don't think they exist anymore, because otherwise they would need to change their name. I mean, it is, as I said, it's a high 2. Like, it doesn't really hold my interest that well, but like, absolutely, like, you know, if we look at like genre rankings and look at arcade racing, let's look at where is arcade at? So like, this is definitely in like, this is like comparable to Tokyo Highway Battle in my mind, right? Like it's not Ridge Racer on multiple levels. It's not Ridge Racer. So I feel pretty good about saying this is a high 2. Like I would rather play Andretti Racing than Need for Speed. But Tokyo Highway Battle, oh, now it's getting confusing. I don't know which one I would want to pick. I don't think I have a simulation. Kurokyo is still, oh yeah, I have simulation, the genre, but not racing. Okay. Cert. Oh, got it. Wink. All right. Andretti Racing. There is not going to be another Andretti Racing game, so this is not part of a series. We finally defeated the family. Sorry, TBCR, the Andretti Racing believer. All right, so that moves 5-way tie for the lead. Dave, Paisley, Galaxy, IDOC, Brack. Bunch of goobers, including one Mr. KZ Fru in second. And then we got Amerlin. Yo, Cinda 2 places ahead of Amerlin. Cinda knew what was going on. Why didn't Amerlin know? Tisk tisk. All right. Cool. Oh my god, I have to play fucking Bubble Bobble tomorrow. Do I? Maybe I have a podcast. I should go check. All right. Yeah, folks, tomorrow on the PlayStation Instrumentality Project, I will be playing Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands. Written like it's an artist credit on a single or something, right? I mean, maybe I will enjoy Bubble Bobble. Maybe I will enjoy Bubble Bobble. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong to be pessimistic. Maybe it will be good. I liked Dig Dug. Is that similar at all? I don't know. I mean, want to play a game? Jigsaw Man? No, not that kind of saw. God, this is going to be a stretch of games, isn't it? I really need this tennis game to be good. I really need this tennis game to be good. And Tetris Plus is going to happen. Going to have to play puzzle mode. Crash Bandicoot? I might lose my mind. Maybe I am actually hopeful after that awful Super Bowl triple header. I am really hopeful that Madden is good because I liked NFL Game Day a lot, and then those next 3 football games were all terrible. So I know this is weird, but I'm hoping Madden's good. Yeah, I mean, Twisted Metal 2, I'm really looking forward to. Jet Moto, I'm looking for. All the single track games, the developer single track. Twisted Metal 2, Jet Moto. I'm very excited for those. Project Overkill is going to be like a top-down shooter I'm interested in. I am kind of I am a little bit. Well, see, now everyone's scores are in, so I can actually talk about like what. I have no idea how this card duel game is going to go. Jigsaw Madness, I have no idea. Vegas Casino is probably like, that's probably going to be a 1 dog. I don't want to, sorry for anyone. WCW versus the World, I don't know what to expect out of this. I don't know anything about wrestling. I did not have any wrestling in my childhood, so I don't know. Like, if the game's good, the game's good. Like, I'll have fun with it. That's fine, you know. Die Hard Trilogy, I'm hoping is going to be really good. I'm optimistic on Die Hard Trilogy. College football, no, pay the players. Gennady Togi, 3D fighting game. Persona, I want to be good. Casper, a lot of people seem down on Casper. They're probably right, but I want it to be good. International Moto X. A quiet pick to be one of the worst racing games, I think, because it's like a PAL only, or it might be like PAL and JP. Yeah, no, same. Raptors, you're absolutely right. Ogre Battle, I think the people have correctly identified as being the most likely game this season to get a 5. So, congratulations to the crowd. You figured me out. And then Speed Racer, which, you know, it could be good, could be bad, but yeah, I know people who love Die Hard Trilogy, but so we'll see. All right, folks. I think that is going to be it for me, for this. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. I think so. I don't think I have a podcast tomorrow, so I think I will be seeing you tomorrow for Bubble Bobble. Bibble Bobble, Bubble Bobble, Bobble Bobble, Bobble. This was PIP 192. Andretti Racing.